How's it going, Taurians? This is Damien with Hold On. Thank you. This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot, and I am here to do your April 2019 reading. So if you're a Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter, stay tuned to check out the messages and see what resonates with you. I want to go ahead and get into this. I'll start off by saying please leave your comments, like the video, share, and subscribe to the channel if you do dig these messages. What I did is I shuffled each of my 4 decks here and pre-drew the cards for the video after meditating, because what I've noticed is, oh, that's just the doggy, but what I've noticed is that there's something wrong with my recording now. So if it goes over a certain time, either the video will like cut off or it'll lose sound for the remainder. So I haven't had a problem if I'm keeping my videos like under 15 minutes. And so in the shuffling process, y'all know, is big for me. So that was that. Just to get into it, what we have at the top crowning, I'm not sure, yeah. What we have crowning, we have the 5 of Cups, the Princess of Discs, the Princess of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man, who in this deck, the Tarot of the Moors, is the ascetic, and the 9 of Swords. So let's just start with what you've gone through, in the sense that what has been heavily on your mind and in your experience, in your energy field, is getting over the love you felt that was lost, that you invested a lot of energy into, a lot of time, a lot of effort. You gave a lot of yourself, physically, mentally, exhausted yourself for the sake of having a relationship with another. Now, there's much you've come to learn in the suspense that you have. Like it's weird, because it's like the inability to kind of make a decision for a while after this relationship is tied to indecision you had during the relationship period, because it was really never happy for you, and it was just something that I feel like you tried to make work, because there's a love that you had with this person. You understood that there was a lot of potential. You'd foreseen that. Taurians are very intuitive, so you can feel that, you can sense that. But as things haven't worked out and you had to walk away, there has been a lot on your mind. I could say directly dealing with this person, and again, this loss in love. But I'm seeing a deeper thing here within the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords, whereas, well, yeah, the 5 of Cups is definitely due to the emotional loss, but the 9 of Swords is more so dealing with how you've coped with healing. And I think you were able to make separate assessments now of, okay, so this is how we'll compartmentalize my feelings of loss for this person, which would be separate from how I have to heal. Because how you heal is how you're going to move on from that, not where you're focusing on those cups. So from there, you come into this Princess of Disc energy, where you become, you regain your autonomy, your self-reliance. You're even within the realms of teaching, meaning that you've already been able to transform what you've gone through into positive energy forms to share with others, and to help them cope and to help them deal. Working towards the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. But royalty already, nonetheless. So The ascetic is also telling me that as you went inside yourself and you were gaining all of this insight to help you come out of that position, you realized who it is that you were, who it is that you are, what you wanted, and it's weird. It's almost like everything that you gained wasn't even about this person. Like, it was a lesson and a stepping stone into becoming this marvelous being who is full of self-expression and is very well aware of the cycles and rhythms of their body, which we have here in your goddess guidance. I mean, we draw a message from Earth, which, if we do a little comparison here, I'll see how quick I can make this, with respect to the energy still. But we see a message from Earth, yeah, because I just wanted to show you this card, Dwarves and Gnomes. All right. And the thing about Dwarves and Gnomes is that it's the same exact gnome here, same exact gnomie, but it's through two different stages and processes in life. So you have Dwarves and Gnomes who, is working to reestablish and recreate life, okay, on a higher frequency. And in the night, it's with, everything that goes unseen. So you have a lot of people who weren't even knowing what was going on, what you were doing. But you were hermiting, you were away, and you were getting your shit right within yourself. Again, like we talked about, this was literally about self-transformation once you got over the heartbreak. So then you step into this amazingly and profoundly grounded earth energy, message from Earth. Whereas in the previous stage, Dwarves and Gnomes, again, that's the planning that you were doing to get to where here, when that sun is up and it's daylight, you go from knowing what you're manifesting and waiting for it to having that pinnacle, harvesting that pinnacle. And not only that, where this land had seemed so barren before, new life is sprouting, new opportunities, new beginnings. And this literally is a translation to what I feel is many of you Taurians sitting on coin. Because this is also a message that you've been saving, putting your time, energy, and money into the right things. Because there's a place that many of you don't want to go back to. You refuse to go back to. And that's monetarily too. Some of you in your past may have dealt with issues with finances that have compromised your lifestyle or your livelihood. Some of you may have been homeless before, dealt with a spout of homelessness. And just that tied in with unsuccessful relationships and what happened within them, and just all the things you've gone through the years, recent years, 3-4 years. I'm sensing you're just like, hey, I have got to do something different. I've got to set myself up, take care of myself. And it's not that I'm against allowing anybody else into my life, but I'm going to be very patient when I do that, because I understand that my progress is number one. It's realizing that the selflessness that you've exuded for so much of your life, Taurus, has to be kind of shifted to where you realize that what is selfish if you're taking care of yourself to be there for others. And anybody who would judge you for that is just silly, and you shouldn't even listen to that. You know the battles and the struggles that you've gone through, that you've come out on top from, and you're ready for anything. There will be tests and challenges that come about when I see the 7 of fire and the 3 of air coming after these cards, and you were so prepared, whereas you may not have been so prepared before. So when it comes to dealing with weeding out those who would not be suitable for you to give your heart to, you're prepared to do that. When it comes to, you know, being in control of your money and being in a stable situation at work to make sure everything's fair, just balanced, and you know you're able to be happy, you're well equipped to do that. You're well equipped in every single arena that you're in. So for any of, because I do denote some snakes that may try to come around, especially in love or work, you got to watch them, okay? And you're going to see them for what it is, and you're going to send that bullshit packing. But this is just like a new you. This is just like a new Taurus who has come fully within their element, has come fully within themselves, and just 180'd and just redid the whole game. Okay? Now, as far as this X of yours, when I get to the bottom row and I see frivolity, pleasure seekers, and then melancholy clarified by the thief card, you know, it's telling me that this person is still trying to reach out to you. Okay? Well, I denote that there are multiple people that are trying to reach out to you that you just kind of don't sense they're going to give you what you need, okay? These people aren't going to be that serious. These people might be up to the same old shit that this person you just got done dealing with was. Not putting you first, putting you in third-party situations, so on and so forth, right? But it also just symbolizes this past ex, like particularly who's reaching out to you. But we see this frivolity card here, just showing that it's more fleeting energy. And then we have the thief card here, clarifying melancholy, showing that it's just more fleeting energy. You know, the man is coming in and out of that window in broad daylight as he fucking chooses. Now, the vault's closed because, you know, in the money card, you got money all over the goddamn table. You got the vault that's open and you got all the coins and dollars and shit. And this is kind of pissing me off because I'm feeling the energy of this person here. You know, like what y'all have gone through, and this is bullshit. But you see where all of those riches seem so important. That vault is closed, and the only thing that's on that table there is that rose. And that rose is symbolic of your heart, which is way more important than anything that could be laid out on that table or in that safe. Which is what makes it worth him coming through that window. Okay. So I don't even see this as a fear. You know, like anything regarding hopes and fears. I see this actually being what you think it is. Because again, intuition is on point right now. You don't need that shit. But what you should focus on is what I feel like you have been focusing on, Taurus, is how you've been communicating through artistic forms and expressing yourself through creative activities. Because Sarasvati is telling me that I can definitely see from this within the duality that you have been reawakened to things that you love to do, whether it's dance or write poetry or sing or paint or, you know, play music. But it's also saying to keep that up. And keep opening and expanding your mind and your horizons to these creative ventures to fully open up a new life for you. You know, it's kind of like during pregnancy when those nutrients from the mother have to continue to flow to that life form for it to grow and grow up to the point of birth. You know, that's what we've got. And then again, Maya cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. This is a time to really be in touch with your emotions. Cry if you need to. Laugh because it's so important to do so. Put yourself in environments and situations where you can laugh and smile and waste less muscles than you would on a frown. Okay? Pay attention to your body. Accept how you feel. Accept who you are. Accept your shadow side. Embrace the shadow work. That's what I'm getting for you, Taurus. I love you. Enjoy the month of April.